Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today I've had it. I can't take it anymore, and Pumpkinhead and his band of jack-o'-lanterns gotta go. Now, for the life of me, I don't know how any of my conservative friends, people I don't know, anyone that has voted conservative in the last 10 years can vote or support any conservative member in the United States. And I know there's people out there, you see them on TV and they're running around, the media will find that one guy or the 10,000 out of a million that run around with their hats on and support Pumpkinhead and his band of jack-o'-lanterns. But today, I just had to do this. I'm a progressive conservative. Not a conservative, not a Democrat, not a liberal. I'm a progressive conservative. I live in Canada. So we got the middle. You got your liberals or Democrats, and you got your conservatives. Okay? Your GOP, your Republicans. Then you got the further right ones, the crazy right-wing nutcases I call them, and you got your really far left crazy nutcases. The politically correct people that just go so damn far in cancel culture. It's ridiculous. I say a joke or I call someone a moron. Well, they're a moron. As Forrest Gump said, stupid is as stupid does. But I finally can't take it anymore. And I'm not an American, so really my opinion matters nothing. Nobody's going to really care. Yeah, people will comment, people will say things. But I got to tell you, from an outsider looking in, your entire country, how can I be nice? You got a moron running your country. And you got morons supporting that moron. And you've got an election coming. I, for the life of me, don't understand how people don't understand it's a pandemic. I watched on the news last night, and I'm not going to watch the news anymore because I just can't take it anymore. This lady spouting off about how she's got to have her bar open. I gotta have my bar open. When you got coronavirus cases in your city exploding. I don't get it. She's not gonna have any patrons a year from now. So I guess, instead of a little bit of pain now and boom and later, well, you'll have some boom now, a lot of pain later. Because there isn't just, people are gonna die and they're gonna stop coming. And the numbers are going to explode. Because when your numbers explode in cases, deaths explode 3 to 4 weeks later. And this has been true since this started. So let's take a look at the numbers. Because numbers don't lie, even though people want to say they do. So as of the filming of this, 152,000 people have died in the United States because of coronavirus. COVID-19, we'd like to call it. You had 58,000 new cases yesterday and climbing. You've got people that won't wear a mask, wash their hands, stay away. I don't understand. And especially for the religious people out there. Here's a little dig for some religious people. You heard the old joke about the people on the roof when it was raining? 3 people are on the roof and they're praying to God. God, help save me, as the waters start to rise and a guy comes along in a rowboat. Says, hey, jump in my rowboat. And they go, oh no, we're waiting for a sign from God. And then there's a couple other things, but at the end of it they drown and God says, I sent you 3 people to save your life and you never paid attention. So for all you religious people out there who think they should, whatever, I don't want to get into it because you believe what you believe. Wear a mask, stay away from people, and save people's lives. I don't understand why it's so hard. Doesn't matter your political affiliation or anything like that. But Pumpkinhead and his band of jack-o'-lanterns gotta go. And if I was down there, I first of all would be volunteer to be a pollster. I would volunteer to get mail-in ballots going. I would be phoning whatever city I live in, whatever state I live in, to sign up and get other people to sign up to make sure there are thousands of polling stations available, You can get it out and vote if you want to risk your life and maybe die to vote. Available. One polling station for 600,000 people is not acceptable. You know it. I know it. It's not acceptable. And you know right here, right in your heart, right here, you know it's wrong. I don't care what you think, what you feel. You know it's wrong. You live in a democracy. Everyone should be allowed to vote. And the fact that you don't want people to vote is just sad. Very, very sad. But I want to tell you, all my conservative friends out there, I did not vote conservative in the last election where I live. In fact, the last 3 elections, municipally, from the city level, provincial level, state level, federal level, I did not vote conservative because the candidates they put forward, I'm sorry, they're just too radical. Look what's happening in your country and say, wow, 30% unemployment. There are no jobs. These people can't go get a job. Similar to here in Canada. If you're in the entertainment industry and you hold lights or set up microphones or run a camera, you're out of work. Where are you going to go? If you work in the theater and you put up the curtains and make the chairs and serve the popcorn, you're not going to work. There is no work. These people aren't users and all this other kind of stuff. I'm just, the next person I see doing that, I'll handle them one-on-one. Because there are no jobs. Now, you want to ramp up your testing and train these people to do that? Hey, I bet you they would line up. But got to have the PPE, got to have the testing, and you got to be able to do it. Sure would solve the problem. But I got to tell you, it's just disgusting that there are people running around, no mask rallies. What's up with that? Just, morons. I want a haircut. Morons. I want to give coronavirus to somebody and kill him. You're a murderer. But it's got to end. You guys got to do something. And I know there's lots of people out there telling you to do it and do this and do that. And the Daily Show, hey, they're looking for pollsters. They're looking for people to man polling stations and all that kind of stuff. Sign up and get it going. Mail-in ballots, there's no fraud there. Pumpkinhead wants you to believe that there's fraud, but there's not. There's nothing. There's 5 states that only vote by mail-in. Been doing it for years. Again, those are the facts, but you don't want to believe the facts. And there's this culture out there of not believing anything anyone says, and I understand that. I get it. I run into that all the time, especially for what I do for a living. I run into it all the time. But I just want to send it out there to all those people that think they are doing a great thing, supporting Pumpkinhead, and you're not. You make yourself look like a moron. You make your country look like a moron, and the world thinks you're morons. Now, people say I shouldn't use that language and all that kind of stuff, but when I went to school, you had your average IQ. Then there was above IQ. Then there was genius level. And then there was idiot, moron, imbecile. And that's just the way it is. You can change the language to mentally challenged or say whatever you want. I don't care. This is the facts. Get out there and understand that if you're going to believe that there is a radical left agenda to take your house away or whatever else I hear from people that watch that station and continuously watch that station 8-9 hours a day, you're brainwashed into believing something that isn't just true. Hey, you want to debate me? I think corporate taxes being lower is better. Or I think corporate taxes being higher is better. Or I think taxes on people who make over $1 million should be higher. Or you think taxes on 1 million people should be a lot higher. Or maybe I think they should be 0. It doesn't matter. If you want to discuss the issue on a right to left issue, I love it. But bring your issue and talk about your issue. Because being personal means you've lost. Politicizing wearing a mask, you've lost. washing your hands, using sanitizer, doing the right thing so people don't die. Wow, isn't that amazing? So, to all my American friends and to people around the world, things have to change. This constant farther right has to end. As a conservative, I can't vote for that. My grandfather fought in World War II to take down the Nazis. And we can't bring it back. The fact that people don't remember this is a failing of our education system. As soon as you see somebody with a swastika on a mask, on a truck, on their person, they're a racist, and they know it. And they probably have mental illness. And we have to do something about that, because that is not acceptable. And everybody knows it. So, Pumpkinhead and his band of jack-o'-lanterns gotta go, and you guys know you need to do it. But I'm just gonna tell you something you're not gonna want to. It's just like wearing this mask. When this thing started, my wife said to me, "You gotta wear a mask, Randy." So I put the mask on like this. And I was like, oh, shit, didn't, let's try, it didn't fit again. I got it. And then it was like this. Oh, I can't see. I gotta pull it down, and then it's under the nose. Oh, there we go. Well, that's not wearing a mask, And then now, because I've been doing it for a long time, because I have a little thing in there. Mine are custom. This one's got beer and wine on it. Now I'm used to it. I put them on. I don't go into a store without them. I can make this video wearing it. You can hear me perfectly fine. I'm only wearing it for 10 or 15 minutes. Sanitize the hands. Off we go. Pretty simple stuff. So, let me say it again. Pumpkinhead and his band of jack-o'-lanterns have got to go. And you know it in your heart. And you know it in your brain that what's happening is not acceptable. I know it. You know it. Everybody knows it. You don't want to say it. You've been saying for years, yeah, I know. You've been saying it. And I get it. I've lobbied the government. I've been on PAC committees. I've gone to rallies. I was part of bringing in the flat tax here where I live. It didn't work. But here we are years later. You got empirical data. You know what works. You know when it doesn't work. But yet you still fall for it. Instead of real solutions, they just pork belly. I call it pork belling. Well, you're for lower taxes, so they just talk about lower taxes. The other guys are going to put your taxes up. Well, the taxes that are going up, that ain't me. I don't make $1 million a year or more. I don't know anyone. I do know. I do know 2 people that do that. But everyone else I know doesn't. We would all like to. And we would all like to complain about what we pay in taxes. But Pumpkinhead's got to go. Because enough is enough. Your country's in shambles. Every person that's in your federal government that's conservative is destroying your country. Because they're supporting people that are destroying your country. And they're supporting people that have an agenda just for themselves. And you know it. And you know it right here. You know in your heart. So I am appealing to your better side. You know you don't want to vote for the Democrats. You know you don't want to have a Democratic sign on your lawn. You know you don't want to do it. But you got to do it. Because I'm going to finish this off with one last little argument in the last election. I heard this all the time. And I used to laugh at people when they said it. There's no good choice. Well, guess what? In the last election, you could have voted for Hillary Clinton, or you could have voted for Pumpkinhead. And if you would have voted for Hillary Clinton, your country would be at least 10 times better. In fact, I would say it would be 10,000 times better right now. At least 10,000 times better. There was a better choice. This thing that there's no good choice is absolutely false. It has been proven. You now know that when you get someone that has no idea what they're doing, who does not care about anything but themselves, this is what you get. Now, I don't have a problem with people wanting to be rednecky and stuff like that, because I am. But the one thing I'm not is, one, you don't use violence to make your point. You want to discuss an issue, you want to be on the other side, go out and vote, make a difference. But you conservatives, you got to do it, because enough is enough. Because if you don't do it, you're going to become an isolated country that nobody's going to want to deal with. And you're going to learn what the ramifications of that is. As far as I'm concerned, our border is closed, and it should stay closed. So there you go. Hopefully you gave you some information, and hopefully you'll get out there and volunteer, be a pollster, have the polling stations, get your mail-in ballot going, get it happening, because enough is enough. People dying on the streets is not acceptable. Hospitals closed and can't take anybody is not acceptable. We are an advanced society. We're supposed to be, but obviously not. So thank you very much for watching. Made a couple of good points in there. I hope you like it. I hope you don't mind my little rant, but I got to tell you, I can't take Pumpkinhead anymore. Can't take it. And something has to be done. And there's only one thing you can do, and that is go vote.